You wanna get away, you better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, I know, see you later. Sometimes I just wanna be a hater. Gotta wash down the top 40s with a chaser. Your voice starts feeling like a waiter. Scraping loud.
Okay, here we are back inside MatrixGold once again. Thanks for tuning in. Hope the videos are helping your designing process. If they are, please go ahead and hit that subscription. Tap on that notification bell. Leave me a like. Drop me a comment by all means, good, bad, or indifferent. Or if there's anything you see that I might forget to mention, go ahead, and others would like to hear about it, go ahead and drop that in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate that as well, and I'm sure everybody else would. Today what we're going to, and if you'd like to donate some coffee to the cause, down around here there is a super thanks button. You can tap on that and donate some coffee to the cause. What we're going to do today is basically talk about how to, get to a view real quick, so we don't have to keep on moving things around and going back and switching viewports and all that kind of stuff. So, and we can also use this as a presentation for customers, or maybe you have some big screens in your store, right? And you want to kind of do a little presentation for your store on your Matrix program and what the capabilities you have as a retail outlet. This is a good way to do all that. So first we're going to talk about how to use it as a real quick tool to get a view back very quickly that you're going to want to keep going back to quite often. So let's say we're going to put some stones in here, right? We're going to put some gemstones in the under bezel, and we know we're going to need to come back to this particular look right here, and to get a real close look, and then maybe also some other views. So what we're going to do is go up here to our, oh, by the way, before I forget, this is an item that we actually designed with just the head builder and a one rail sweep with some profiles. That's all we used in the entire designing of this particular item. So if you want to check out that video, go back, I think it's right after head builder 4. We go through each head builder stage, and then at the end of it, I think we designed this one. And it's all basically done with the head builder. All these prongs or half bezels are done with the head builder, which is really a powerful tool actually. So we're going to want to put some gemstones in there. We're going to want to go back to these views quite often, so we know we want to get a good look in here. So we'll kind of set it up where we want it. Go up here to our view tab there, and then come down here to set view. And we talked about all this and how to customize your UI however you like in many different ways in earlier videos in this series. So go back and check those out if you'd like to see those as well. But we're going to talk about named views. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. It'll pop up, this box will pop up, and now we have several options here. We have a set camera. We're not really going to a widget. We're not going to really talk about that in this video, but you can actually set a specific view for whatever reason you might need for that for an item. You can actually pick the point where you want, get the frames out there, draw the camera out. It's quite a unique tool, but like I said, let's stay focused on this here for right now. We'll talk about how we can use it. So we know we're going to want to come in here and take a look at this one, right? So we'll just go ahead and click on here, and we'll change the name to under bezel under bezel gemstones. just for this particular name here. You just name it view 1, view 2, view 3, whatever you want. We'll just go ahead and click, and it'll give us that view here. And we also know we're probably going to want to come over here to look at this side here quite often to make sure we're not cutting into that prong. So we'll just go ahead and call this right side, and we'll save that. And we know we're going to want to probably come over here and check out this side as well. And I'll drag it down just a little and then click on that one. And we'll put left side. Just give it some names that you can find or recognize very quickly, right? You could do more, but we'll just keep it simple for right now. But you could add a bunch of them, right? And now what we're going to do is start doing some design work on this. So we'll add those stones in. We'll go here, curve, extract ISO curve, and it puts it right there. And we'll just grab our little ball there, maybe. Yeah, and drag it down to where it disappears. We know it's in the center, and then we'll just click there. We'll go to our gems, go to gems on curve, select that curve, right click, our gems will show up. We'll go target. This will be our item here, and our endpoint we'll just drag over here, and we'll just make these. See, now we can start using these tools. Okay, I have animation, we'll talk about that later. Right here, so we'll go here, we'll go to our right side, the stone sticking in, we'll go to our left side. You can see we can get to these views very quickly, and we know we want these stones pretty small, so we'll just make them the smallest we can, 0.8, and we'll just go back over here to our other side and kind of get it, start to manipulate it. We'll bring in that spacing, and we can kind of see right here it's kind of off a little bit, so let's drag it over, kind of get it in the middle, and we can kind of check out our areas there. Yeah, it looks okay for right now, and we'll just go ahead and from girdle we'll go ahead and put it to our table so it drops it in a little bit, right? Okay, we'll go ahead and accept that. We'll select our stones, we'll go to our cutters, and you can see, well, let's abort that command. Right here, right click, I clicked it twice. So we'll go over here, we'll go to that flat, and I can go back over here real quick. I got lots of room on this side, and I should have the same on this side. We'll just drag this out so it's kind of like right there. Go back to our other side, make sure maybe but you can see how easily we can manipulate this. And of course, now we're going to have to go to our top view. So, because we need to check our depth, right? And I'm not going to change that builder because it's kind of not what we're doing right now. Let's give it back some space. Let's go here. All right. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and say that's good. We'll check it out for right now, and we'll go ahead and accept that. Right click. Did I widen it out any? I don't think I did. So let's go back in here. Let's make that a little wider here. Let's turn it there. Yeah. So let's see. We'll give it some shading now. We'll go ahead, right click. We'll do a solid Boolean difference. This item here, and now we can kind of see what's going on here, right? So we got a little cut out of there on that side. That side looks good. So what we probably want to do, let's go ahead and accept that for right now. We'll take our gemstone here and we'll do a little edit with our gemstone. And I think it's probably more on this side here. We need to move it over a little. Yeah, so we got a little space there. Got a little space there. And yeah, probably maybe move that cutter just a little bit. So we'll go ahead and right click. We'll go to our cutter and we'll do a little edit. And maybe make that just a little bit wider. And then we'll just right click and just check it out again. Yeah. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and say that's good. So we'll select our stones, go to our settings, go to prongs, prong placer right there. And now here, let's see, I'm going to go here and then to the end real quick and then just come down here. I'll drag these out first. That side there first. Yeah, and their prongs are going in, so we're going to need to adjust that. end height offset, drag those up too. Okay, and we'll go back to our others and drag those up. All right, and then we want to give those a little nudge to the out because they're kind of overlapping each other. There we go, and we'll go back to our end prong and give them a little nudge out. There we go. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and accept that, and we can see our prongs are just really in there, right? Let's go back to that prongs real quick here. Drop this down. Let's go and check that last one. There we go. That's probably better. And all right, so we're at our end, and we'll give that a little nudge. There we go. A little bit less. There we go. All right. And now what we'll do is I'll go ahead and accept that real quick. We'll go back to our gems, and now we can kind of, yeah, we can kind of move that gemstone in a little bit. And we can see that our prongs are going out, and we come over to the other side, and this side needs to be moved in a little bit. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. And we can see that cutter's not, we got a little bit extra room. So let's just go ahead and accept that. Go back to our cutter here real quick. And we'll just drag that out so that it's going to take up that side. And check our other side. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll take that. So there we got a little space there. And we have a little space on our other side there as well, right? So there you go. I mean, that's how we can use it. And then we can just turn back on our cutter. Take all that, we'll accept it. Well, we want to show our cutter, sorry. Show cutter. Go ahead and take all this stuff right in here, mirror it over to our other side in our X direction, not our Y. And we can see it's on our other side. And now we can take this surface, go back to our, and this one, oh, let's do that again. Okay, well, first we'll just go to Boolean difference, select this surface, enter, and oh, it took the prongs too, so because they're grouped together, so we'll just select this. It got the prongs there. We'll ungroup them, right? Boolean difference, this, right click, and there we go. Okay, so we have it on both sides now, and we can just go over here to our channel cutter, and we can go ahead and hide it. Right, so we have all of them out there, right? And we'll just turn off yellow at this point. So that's how we can kind of use it to for in our design process. If you're designing something and you want to zoom in at a certain place, you know you're going to keep going back to that to get a good look at something instead of moving everything around and all that kind of stuff. We can just use these as a very quick way to get to our item, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll right click here and we'll delete this view. We'll delete this one. Now, how can we use it as a presentation, right? So let's say we want to make a real quick present. We have our customer sitting there. We want to kind of give them a little something. And if when you, after you do all this and you save it, the file, your files will always be in here. You'll be able to go back and pull up those files if you do a full save on it. So let's go ahead and put it way back there like that. And let's just go ahead and drag it right in the middle there. Okay, and I'm just going to save this and I'm just going to type in view 1. And that's going to be our first view. And now I'm going to zoom in here, right? And kind of get it to where I want it. Where's, okay. Oop, not there. There we go. All right, and then I can go to save, and we'll just backspace 1, hit 2, enter, so we have the 2 views. And now I want to maybe give it give a look where it's something we can see the sides of the ring. And maybe a little bit out. and then go ahead. I'm not going to do a lot of views. I just want to show you real quick. View 3, and we'll give it a side view here. And hit here, and we'll just do a view backspace 4, enter, and then maybe we want to end up something looking straight down on the item, right? Something like this, and we'll do a view 5. And if you want to talk about those gemstones to the customer and how you laid them out or whatever, you can get a zoomed in view of the gemstones themselves. Sorry, it takes a while. You can also use this as a real quick way to set up for rendering, right? Just set up your certain way, and then you don't have to keep going back after you do one render. You can do them all, just click on get the view, right? So let's say we want to talk about these gemstones to the customer for some reason or whatever. So we'll set up a view here, view 6. All right. Oop, I think it's a 5. Yep. 6. All right. So we have our views set up here, right? Now, if you're giving a presentation to your customer, you know, they're coming in, oh, I got your ring, you know, let's take a look at it. We've talked about this. Here's our top view. We have the half channels there, whatever. And then kind of, we added some gemstones in here for you. You know, you can kind of, and you change to any mode that you want and change to any view. So it's great for presentation purposes. You can just switch around to each one, right? However you want it done. Or if you have like those big screens, you know, hey, that look pretty cool on the big screens, showing off the ability of your CAD designing area, right? You can also come in here to this animation tab. First, let's go back to that very first view. You can come in here to your right here. There's an animation tab. You can hit animation, just click it on. You can how many frames do you want? Do you want a constant speed between transitions? Do you want delay of 10 seconds? You can set it all up however you want. I have it set to 10 and 100 frames, but it's totally up to you, right? So we'll just go ahead and click OK. And now when I click, which is really cool for presentation, you can sit there, double click on that, and it will slowly bring it in and start slowly moving it around like a PowerPoint presentation or something like that. So you can kind of show off and make marketing material or whatever, right? However, whichever view you're wanting to go to, it'll change it all around, which is pretty cool thing to do, right? And later we'll talk about another way to do some things, but you could also if you want to show it to your customer, right? There's a way that you can capture it and email it to them with explanations. So if you go to your snipping tool, right? Let's see, I don't have mine pulled up, so let me pull it up real quick. Snipping tool. You have a screen recorder here. You can just go ahead and record your screen. Use video, right? And you can hit new. And you probably want to capture most of this window here. So just kind of capture as much as you can or whatever you think's right. And now you can hit start and it's going to start recording from the first, the countdown's over, right? So we're at 1, we go to 2, double click on 2. You can talk about something or whatever, or you can have marketing material for your store. All kinds of things that you can do, right? And use the animation, going back to different views, switching it up, and once you're done, just go ahead and stop your screen, and you have the video right here. So now you have a video of everything that you just did by clicking using the named views. There it goes. And you can do some marketing presentation. So there's all that, and we'll talk about more things that we can do with it as well, or not this, but other things that we have available. Instead of laying out all, going to your animation builder and laying it all out, the curves and the camera views and grouping things together, you know, this is a very quick way to just kind of give something for the customer a little extra. So hopefully this video helps, and if it does, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave me a comment by all means. Good designing, and see you in the next video.